Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a lot of people online like to scream, don't settle, know your worth, hold out for the perfect partner. And while that sounds cute for social media quotes, in real life, that mindset is making a lot of people miserable, single, and stuck chasing fantasy relationships that don't exist. So yeah, maybe settling isn't the villain you've been told it is. What do y'all think? Let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started.
There's no way I'm working so hard for my future just to settle down with somebody who has just been passed around, partied all the time, and literally hasn't done anything with your life. Like, miss me with that. I'm not here to just take care of somebody, especially if they got kids already.
I feel like a lot of people stay in relationships because they're like, I have that person, but you've lost that person the second you've looked at them like you're settling. You don't actually fully feel like you can trust that person and be open and have that like vulnerability because you deep down know.
I think once you start questioning if you're settling or not, immediately
You're like
one
kind
foot
of
is out the
hiding,
door.
in a way you're kind of hiding things from them.
The game of mating and dating shifts significantly at age 30. Age 30 is basically when the average man's sexual marketplace value exceeds the average woman's sexual marketplace value for the very first time, and it will never reverse after that point. So in their 20s, women enjoy a relative advantage in the game of mating and dating. That advantage comes with certain privileges that, if they're exploited, make it easier to secure relationships on their terms. But if they wait until after 30, when the balance of power kind of shifts, they find that it might be surprisingly difficult to secure relationships on their terms. Now that the men become increasingly powerful after that point, they are able to more secure relationships on their terms.
What are your fears to settling down with one girl and having a family? Mostly just protection of my assets. I think that's the biggest thing. Once you build up certain assets about yourself in business, to realize that that can be taken away from you really is the biggest con to me. And I don't like the idea of how somebody can be rewarded for waking up one random day on a Tuesday deciding they don't want to be with you anymore. I just don't like that idea. But on the opposite hand, from the woman's perspective, I understand marriage does provide some sort of insurance for me to not do that. Because
Like, I'm committing to you. I'm going to go through pregnancy probably for you, and you're just going to leave me high and dry.
Yeah, and that's where the woman just has to trust me. No. I trust myself more so than I trust a woman, honestly, even if I've been with her for a very long period of time.
If you're settling in your relationship, you're settling in other areas of your life.
100%, because your relationship, I would argue, is the most important part of your life. It will change your trajectory. It is ultimately the path that you're choosing, and that partner can either help you expand and grow and achieve and do and be more in whatever way that looks like for you, or they can hold you back from that. And the root, though, of being able to grow together is acceptance. And so it's not to say that a person has to be 100% like your clone, but you want someone who fully accepts that. So you could have a partner who maybe is like, I don't know if I really care about having a nice shirt, but I love it on you and I'm going to buy you one, versus, oh, what, you spent $80 on a t-shirt? And you're like, no, actually it was $200.
Yeah, exactly.
People are going to say, well, why do I have to settle?
If similarity feels like settling, then maybe your standards are too high. And what I mean by that is I sometimes will meet men who are maybe in their 40s on their second divorce and saying, I don't want a woman with baggage. So I need somebody 25 years old. I don't want women with baggage. Or sometimes I'll meet women who are not working and they say, I want a man that's an entrepreneur and got 6 figures. I always just say, shouldn't you be looking for someone similar to you? And if similar to you starts to feel like you're settling, then maybe your standards are a bit inflated. If what you're bringing to the table and what you're receiving, if you're asking for that, you're not asking for too much. But if you're asking for people to fill the gaps in your self-worth, maybe you do need to adapt your standards a little bit. So ask yourself, does similarity feel like settling? If it does, then maybe we need to work on ourselves to be able to access people that we're actually craving.
How do you know if you should settle down or pass up for someone better? That's a great question. I even want to hear this answer.
I think that a lot of people are in relationships because they can't afford a rent on their own. A lot of people are in relationships because they don't want to fall asleep by themselves at night. A lot of people are in relationships because their mom or dad tell them that they're getting too old. A lot of people are in relationships for the wrong reason. And the truth is, when you get to a space where you love you enough to get rid of the noise that comes from outside of you, the people, the places, the things, the biases, the societal norms, when you get outside of all of that, now you can powerfully choose. I'm choosing you because I want you, not because I need you. Although I'm not going to act like I don't need you. I'm going to move like I genuinely want you in my life. And until you get to that point, I don't think you should be in a relationship.
I agree.
So one of my biggest fears used to be that I was settling in my relationship. Because sometimes I would wake up and I wouldn't feel anything. And I'd be like, oh my God, I don't know why I'm in this relationship. And I mean, I'm a smart, ambitious, cute girl. A girl like me doesn't settle, right? So what nobody told me is that settling is actually a mindset. If you believe that you're settling, it'll feel like you're settling. If you believe you're with an awesome partner and you're lucky to have gotten a partner like this, you won't feel like you settled no matter what anybody else thinks about your relationship. It took me almost 9 years with my current partner to create an intentional, loving attraction between us. It was not found, it was created over time. Relationships are the one place that will expose you to your own BS, and if you're not careful, you'll think that your partner's the problem. In a healthy relationship, both people are consistently looking at ways to improve themselves and not project all their stuff onto their partner. So settle.
At what age do men start taking women serious? Like,
shit, I don't
when do y'all settle down?
I don't think it's a specific age. It's whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready and when you feel like the time is right and when you feel like you know you got your person for real, in my opinion.
How do you know you got your person?
That's a good question. Shit. You just gotta know. You just gotta know. She gotta give you that feeling that no other woman, no other girl has ever gave you. Like, you just gotta know, like, in your heart. Like, she, like with me, like, if I get them butterflies and get nervous, get that butterfly feelings around you, oh yeah, this the one. I ain't feel like that in a long ass time though. But yeah, I feel like that's when you know you got the one for real. Like, me personally, I want my girl to be like my best friend, like someone I could do everything with, talk to her about anything, like just, you know, all kinds of shit.
Look, I'm single and I'm 30, and you have to settle down before you turn 30. You have to. You have to. I'm not saying this because I think you have to like adhere to societal norms. I am telling you that at 30, you will have one night in you. You will not want to leave your bed ever. I'm like, I'm not going to find the man of my dreams sitting in bed all day, but it is all I want to do. My bed is everything to me. Bedtime is the best time. So if you don't want to die alone, no, I'm being an idiot. No, you don't have to find anybody before then. I'm just letting you know that, like, I'm sitting here like, how am I going to meet anyone if I'm glued to my bed? Is there anybody whose type is like bed sores and gummy worms? Because like, that's where I'm at. Like, is anybody's type like the grandparents from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I'm gonna have to settle down with like a little micro, I'm gonna have to settle down with like a particle of dust in the air. That is what is around me all the time.
You think that you're too young to settle down, right? Why? You have to ask yourself why you think that. Is it from a personal level? Like, you personally think you're too young to settle down because you feel like you're missing out on things? Or is it because other people are telling you that you're too young to settle down, right? Because there's a difference, right? There's society telling you, oh no, you're too young to settle down. And there's what you believe. If you believe that you're still too young to settle down because you feel like you have not experienced life to the fullest, then please do not settle down. But if you feel like you've experienced what you need to experience, then I don't see anything wrong with you settling down. I will say that, you know, we change all the time. I got married really young. I'm not the same person I was when I first got married. And thankfully, Chris and I have grown together. But I don't regret marrying at that age. I really, really don't. I've learned so much. And I married really young, as you guys know, but I also was with Chris since I was 15. I didn't have any experiences. And there was a point in my 20s when I felt like I was missing out, or I had missed out. But I had to have a reality check with myself and be like, okay, like, what do I feel like I'm missing out of? Is it more sex? Is it the partying? Like, you have to ask yourself, what you feel like you're missing out on. If you feel like you haven't lived enough, you feel like you still want to go out more, you feel like you haven't had enough sexual partners in your life, which is fine, okay? Or you haven't XYZ. If you feel like you haven't experienced life, then you are entitled to feel that way, and you should go and explore more and do the things that you want to do, but do it because you want to, not because what society is telling you what to do.
So you think you're avoiding settling, but sometimes what you're really doing is running in circles. The truth is, a lot of people don't even know what they want. They just know what they don't want. And because of that, they'll keep hopping from person to person, convinced there's something better. At some point, you have to realize better isn't always out there. Sometimes good enough is good enough.
What were you saying about not having fun?
I'm done having fun. I'm done having fun. I had so much fun in my 20s. So much fun with so many men. Too much fun, honestly. I think I, reached the fun limit. But I'm serious about dating. I'm in my 30s. I have a plan. I have a time frame. I have deadlines.
Right.
I want a baby in a year. I just froze my eggs. I want a ring in 9 months, and I want to be married a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I'm looking for someone who is at that level.
Well, this
is willing to meet me at that level.
For sure. This is our first date, so
Yeah,
I feel
know.
like
That's why I'm being crystal clear, because so many men look just like you, have just wasted years of my life, and I'm so sick of it, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Well, I thought you were trying to have fun, so it's
No,
like...
I'm not having fun. I'm done having
Right,
fun.
you're done with fun now, but before...
I had so much fun.
Yeah, that much is
with
clear.
a lot of men.
Yeah, I'm picturing a lot of things
And
right
I
now.
don't need to do it anymore. And
Yeah.
honestly, you're really not my type. My friend told me to go out with you, and because she seems like you're the type that wants to settle down. So
Okay,
normally I don't go for you, but I feel like maybe you're at the same place in your life and my life.
I don't know. Yeah.
At some point in life as a guy, you're going to realize that settling down is a way to go. If you're a man that's functioning at a very high level and you have a purpose in your life, you're going to realize that locking down with a woman is going to be the best thing. As a social construct, monogamy really wins. When it comes to raising children, monogamy really wins. I'm going to tell you there's no secret that 86% of millionaires that are men are married and 88% of billionaires that are men are married. Number one, you have a partner that you can trust. You have someone that can help you in your life and that can be an extension of you. Number two, you have a lot lower of a risk of health problems, STDs, STIs. I mean, come on, let's just be obvious with this. The women that you're engaging with that you don't know, that are random, something's probably going on. If they're engaging with you on the first night, they're probably engaging with other men. The numbers just play out to you just having something that you don't want to have. Next, I'm going to tell you this. Most of these girls don't have the best intention for you. They want to drain you financially. They want to drain your resources, and you're going to spend some money and time engaging with this woman. Number four, you're wasting time. Kind of piggybacking off of number three, you're wasting time. 2 hours talking to her, 20 minutes engaging in the act in itself with this woman. It's just a complete L. And look, you could be using that time to build a business, to write a book, to learn a new language. There's a million things I could name here. Number five, you're letting these women that you don't know into your life that don't have the best interest for you, and it's very dangerous. Like, you could be robbed, you could lose something that's very valuable to you. They're in your house, they're moving around things that are valuable to you. It's very dangerous. Number six, that woman that you can partner with that becomes an extension of you, she can create a legacy for you. She can create a family for you. And there's all sorts of studies done on this, and they always back up monogamy as the best child-rearing institution out there. When you get in this mindset of having random women into your life, your children will resent you. All the kids know is that daddy's cheating on mommy or whatever it might be, right? It's not good for you. And the last thing I'll say here is you're engaging in temptation on a day-to-day basis. You're weakening your mindset. You're not disciplined. Men that have a wife or a committed partner are engaging in sex on a more consistent basis, and they don't have to pay for it. They don't have to get involved in some kind of courting mechanism. So the stress relief, the sexual pleasure is consistent, and that's a very good thing as a man. There is no secret that the most successful men in the world are settling down with women in a long-term committed partnership, whether that's in marriage or just a very deep understanding that we're going to be together for the rest of our life.
Here are 5 reasons you're settling and staying in that relationship. And if any of these that I'm about to mention are core reasons for you staying, it's probably time you get out. Number 1, you are scared that when you're going to leave that person, they are going to do all of the things that you really tried the whole entire relationship to stop them doing. I'm talking about getting with that one person that you've always been worried about them getting with. Sleeping around in general, them just being lazy and not actually fulfilling the potential that you created inside your mind. Staying within a relationship because you're scared of the things that they would do if you're not in a relationship is not a good reason to be in one. If you have been doing your best to keep this person from doing ABCD, you need to let go. Whatever they do is what they're gonna do. Like, you cannot control it anymore. Number 2, you're scared of being lonely. It takes a lot of introspection and time and honesty to really admit to yourself that you're afraid of being alone. But it's not a bad conclusion to come to, because once you've admitted that you actually are afraid of being alone, you can really delve into why that is the case and move forward with your life. My therapist said something which will always stick with me. She said, "Why are you afraid to be alone? Is it going to kill you?" And I just went, God damn, that was harsh, but at the same time true. It's not going to kill you to be lonely. And trust me, once you actually try sitting with your loneliness, you will realize it's not that bad. Number 3, you love their family. This is a tough one, but at the end of the day, you're not going to wake up next to their mum. And a good relationship with a family is never enough to sustain a long-term healthy relationship. Number 4, you don't think you'll find better. It's true, if it's not broken, why would you fix it? But at the same time, that is a saying that is used a lot to justify settling. If you have genuine reasons as to why you want to leave this relationship, but you're worried you won't find better, again, that will never be enough to sustain a long-term healthy relationship. And until you leave and get all of the roots out of that situation, you'll never know if there is better. And number 5, you feel dependent on your person. It's time you make a whole new life for yourself. Get hobbies, get a therapist, make friends. You had a life before them and you'll have a life after.
If you have to convince yourself you're happy, you're settling. Sometimes we sit there and we tell ourselves, oh, it's not that bad. It could be worse. And that's what makes you think it's okay to say when you know you're settling. Sometimes you're so comfortable in your situation that you're scared to start over. So you keep pouring into a situation that stopped pouring into you a long time ago. That is settling. The second way to know is if you're watering yourself down. If you are shrinking yourself, or if you feel like you need to shrink yourself in order to keep the peace, you're settling. If you're biting your tongue, if you're silencing how you feel, those type of things only happen when you think that you're going to get a negative reaction. So you end up feeling like you might as well not say anything at all, or you keep saying things, but things never get fixed. And after a while, that really does wear you down. The third way is when you start explaining away their behavior. If you constantly have to make excuses for him, oh, he's just busy, or he's just tired from work, so he can't really do X, Y, and Z, or oh, he just doesn't have much money right now, but when he does, no. If he wanted to, he would. It's literally as simple as that. If he deems you a priority, and not just a priority, but a top priority, he would be doing the things that you ask for, and honestly, the things that you shouldn't have to ask for, off rip. Easiest way to tell if a man values you is by how he acts about you, his actions. Do not pay attention to the words. The last reason is when you're afraid to leave because you feel you've already invested too much. Man, staying because of history or because of how long you guys have been together is not the ride or die loyalty thing that you think it is. It's really fear. As women, we do not want to feel like we are building a man for another woman. But I hate to break it to you, we are. 99% of the time, the experience that you have with somebody is not going to be the end all be all.
I don't know who need to hear this, but if you can settle with a person that gives you nothing, imagine settling with a person that gives you everything. Life would be great. We have to stop settling with people or that person because we think we're in love. But truly, it's lust. Sometimes we settle down because we have kids or have a kid together. Do not settle. If you're not happy, do not settle. Trust me, somebody's going to love you for you and give you everything you want and everything that you need. Somebody's going to be there for you because they care for you and because they love you. They're going to accept your baggage. They're going to accept your problem. They're going to accept your issue. So don't settle for somebody because you think you're in love. And they're sitting there throwing everything in your face. Oh, you're this, you're toxic, you're this, you're that, you're this, you got too many issues. But don't settle down. Just imagine being with a person that accepts you and says, okay, I'm going to fix this. Okay, we can work on this together. Okay, let's communicate. Okay, let's go get you help. and they're there for you. They want to help you. They want to see you do better. They love you. So don't just settle for anything when there's someone that's out there that can give you everything. Life will be truly amazing.
I absolutely hate seeing the younger girlies waste y'all best years on men that you are not attracted to at all and who are also significantly older than you just for the sake of getting to the bag, because social media has made you feel like that is a win. In my opinion, honestly, dating somebody that you are not at all attracted to for the sole purpose of money is still settling. Because there's somebody out here who will have their ish together and who you'll wake up to and feel like is, damn, like, he's fine. You'll actually like him and you can have all the things. Like, I'm not a believer in like, oh, one or the other. Like, I know like on here, everybody's like, oh, like, you have to choose one or the other. Like, you know, pick one. Like, if he's gonna have his ish together, but he's not gonna look the best. And, you know, if he looks great, he's not gonna have, no, bitch. And I hate seeing y'all give in to these ideologies that like, oh, it's a win if like I'm completely repulsed by this man and I don't want to be touched by him and I don't want to like really even breathe his same air, but like he has so much money, so I'm winning. No, you're not. You're miserable. This man gets you in some of your best years. Y'all be in your prime. You have the energy to do things, the adventurous spirit to do new things, and you're with some man in his late 50s. And if it's genuine, don't get me wrong, if it's genuine, go for it, you know, like, okay, whatever. But I'm speaking like for when it's not. You're with this man in his late 50s. Y'all probably don't have a lot in common. Like, be so for real. He's more in the settle down state. He does not have the same energy as you, more than likely. He doesn't want to go do the same things as you. Y'all have two different sets of values because y'all are two so different points in your life. And you have convinced yourself that you're winning because, oh, money. Okay, great, money, time. You can't get the time back.
So yeah, unless you're settling just for money, maybe settling isn't this horrible, weak thing people make it out to be. Maybe it's just called being realistic. At the end of the day, it's not about finding someone perfect. It's about finding someone worth choosing every day, flaws and all. You can waste your life chasing a fairy tale, or you can build something real with someone who's actually there. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and with that, I'm out.